Open your mind.
Hey out there, this is Buzz with TheSurvivalBuzz. So it seems like we're doing a little repeat now of some of the Antifa and BLM peaceful protests that happened a few years ago. Seems like we're reliving it now with the new pro-Palestine movement that we're starting to see. It appears yesterday in Minneapolis, there was an older white gentleman, elderly, probably looked like he's in his 60s or 70s, trying to pass through on a street there, and we had protesters, these peaceful protesters, blocking the road where nobody could go down the road. And originally, I guess these protesters had a drone. They did footage of the whole protest, and from drone footage, you know, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on, but they claim that the old man was part of an anti-protest of what they were there for, and that he supposedly shot a gun or fired off firecrackers or whatever. But then later on, somebody posted, one of them actually, the protesters posted them kicking the guy's car, basically attacking him, and then he tried to flee, and they ran all the way down at the end of the road where he was stuck at traffic again and started kicking his car and stuff again, and then he fled after that moment. But it was plain as day, the man didn't even know what was going on. He was just trying to get out of there. And I honestly feel like we're going to start seeing a lot more of this. Like I said, I believe this is just a rerun of all the crap we've seen before with the protests. And it's actually some of the same players. One of the articles I read about it, actually, one of the guys there was one that was part of a George Floyd peaceful protest that happened in the past. So, same bad actors, same agenda, just for a different cause, supposedly. But I think we're going to start seeing a lot more of these bad actors out there. And I tell you one thing, if somebody gets in my way, and I'm not advocating violence whatsoever, but if somebody threatens me and starts attacking my vehicle, they're going to be a flat spot in the middle of the road. And depending on where you live, you may or may not get away with something like that. But if I remember correctly, I think here in Oklahoma a few years ago, they passed if in such an event people are blocking your way and they get ran over in the process, that they can't come back and sue you. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but I seem to remember reading something like that. So, you know, the main focus is don't be in those areas. And like I said in the past, I know it's easier said than done to just up and move, but it can be done. And you should be making strides to get out of those places if you're still living in those places. Why on earth anybody would stay put somewhere like that and not at least be attempting to make an escape from those type of areas is beyond me. I just don't understand. If you're into survival, if you're into prepping, if you're into preparedness, I don't know why you would stay somewhere like that, honestly. So don't be in those areas, rule one, and protect yourself. You always have to protect yourself nowadays. And if this is merely what we're seeing out of the bad actors, I can only imagine if the real movement, the real jihad were to happen, those people are going to be a lot more trained and a lot more disciplined than all of these actors. And I know everybody thinks they got their defense buckled down as far as if you have a firearm, but man, I'm telling you, you need to be practicing with that and getting proficient with it. Because some of these people, some of these terrorists, these people that want to put a jihad, these people were born and raised into war. That's all they know. They're good at it. And they're willing to lay down their life for it. And I'm willing to bet they're probably a little bit faster than a lot of people out there, maybe even me. So that's why we all have to strive to get better and more proficient with the tools that we have if we even want to have a chance in this crazy world that we're living in. So keep your eyes peeled. Always look over your shoulder. Always be armed. Don't stop for anyone. And like I said, if you're living in a big, crappy blue city, it might end you up in a courtroom, but I'd honestly rather be in a courtroom than buried 6 foot deep. So God bless y'all, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Later.